This is going to be fucking special. Just put it that way. Oh, God. Jesus fucking Christ. What did I fucking tell you all? Yeah? I told you all. No, I was wrong. I said a draw. You know? And I done one of these shows, the old fucking, how many games, how many points will we get? Oh, victory here, victory there. Well, you're all fucking wrong, them fucking ages that think that this clown is fucking good manager. Get him the fuck out now. And it's that fucking simple. He's useless. He's probably the worst manager I've ever seen at Arsenal. You know, well, obviously, yeah, he fucking has, but you go down through the history. You know, Terry Neal and all these, like, oh man, I don't know where to start here. This is dire. Like, how bad? Like, how? If anyone after today's game is calling still back this fucking bullshit, you are fucking wrong. And I don't want you as an Arsenal fan. Like, this is useless. I'm sorry. The last five games, we've lost four. Crystal Palace, Liverpool, Brighton, Southampton. Like, when's he getting sacked? Because the reason why he's not getting sacked is because clowns that think that he's actually okay, and he's stick with the project process, whatever the fuck they're calling it. Like that this is why. It's because of these deluded fucking arseholes, and that's all they fucking are. And I'm sick to fuck with them. And I don't give a fuck. Get on my channel. I'm on YouTube. I'm on Instagram. Get on there. Start fucking slagging me. All you want. I don't give a bollocks. I'll reply to everyone. I always do. You know what I mean? This is fucking enough. I'm sick of this shit. This fucking club is in the dump. I don't give a fucking bollocks. You know what I mean? I'm fucking sick of it. I'm so and the reason why I kept it at 5:10, because I knew we were going to fucking lose or we were going to draw. I called the draw. I said 1-1. I don't know why I thought we'd score, being honest with you. You know what I mean? Trying to be, fucking whatever you want to bleed and call. Don't be negative. Like, Foster played brilliant today. Really well. Fair play to him. But come on. You know what I mean? We've nothing up front. And where's it all going back to? It's all gone back to fucking January when he let Aubameyang go. I know he wasn't playing for him. Of course he wasn't fucking playing for him, because Arteta's a fucking arsehole. You know what I mean? And that's what it's all fucking down to. You know what I mean? We've nothing up front. Nothing. No fucking strikers. Lacazette's gone. He was shite anyway. And Eddie Nketiah is fucking useless. He's fucking shite. Like, put in the comments there if you think he's fucking good, because he's fucking not. And it's that fucking simple. He shouldn't be anywhere near an Arsenal first team. Would Norwich have him up front? Your man Pukki or whatever the fuck? No, he wouldn't start over him. You know what I mean? Norwich are bottom of the league. So he's fucking useless. You know what I mean? But no, we'll start him up front. And I know there was no other options. I would have fucking put Martinelli up front and put Pepe in, because Eddie's shit. He's fucking useless. And starting the fucking Tavares again on the left. Fuck me. Jesus Christ. Do you fucking learn at all? You know what I mean? I'm only a fucking arsehole in Dublin, and I keep fucking saying it. And I would have put Saka at left back, and I fucking said it when Tierney got injured first. So it was the first one, people fucking laughing at me. Laugh all you want, I don't give a bollocks. Saka would have done a better fucking job today. And, fuck me. Start Pepe up there. Jesus fucking Christ. Am I the only one? And I'm going to throw the link in and get other people on. And please do. Say I'm fucking mad and you're deluded or whatever the fuck you want. Jesus, I'm fucking going mad. I need someone else to go fucking mad with me. Kyle, what's the fucking story? You're on mute, mate. You're on mute. Kyle, you're on mute there. Just unmute yourself. Oh, gee.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, you're in now.
You hear me now, yeah?
Yeah.
First thing. Like, what the fuck is going on here, man? We lost 13 fucking games last season. This is our 11th game this season so far. And look at the fucking fixture list that we have over the next couple of weeks. Chelsea, Man United, they're going to rip us a fucking part. What is that? I'm in front of a fucking graveyard right here as you speak in New Ross and Wexford. And you get better fucking life out of the cemetery over there.
Yeah.
It's a fucking joke. Dale,
Yeah.
I'm fucking fuming, man.
Yeah.
I swear to God, I'm fucking fuming. This Arteta is fucking useless. You said he's the worst manager in our history. He's worse than fucking Bruce Rioch ever was.
Yeah.
And this Rioch brought Dennis Bergkamp to the club. This
Yeah.
fucking prick is fucking out of his depth. He's destroying the club. He's bringing us to our knees, man. I'm
Yeah.
fucking fuming. Crystal Palace, Brighton, fucking Southampton. Our last 3 games. No goals, no points. What
Yeah.
the fuck is that all about, man? Seriously. And we
Fucking
still
shit.
get people fucking shouting for fucking Arteta to stay in the club. That's a fucking delusion, and that's because our club is the way it is, Dale. Because they're accepting this fucking shit year in, year out. This is going to last fucking 12 years, man. I swear to fuck.
It's just like I just can't understand that after this. Like, people have to now just go, do you know what, enough's enough. It's not an apprenticeship. We're supposed to be a big fucking club, but we're being run by fucking fellas learning and no, we shouldn't have these fellas near the club. It's that fucking simple. And fucking Kroenke's over there in America doesn't give a bollocks. He's fucking, because the fans are taking it. The fans are, yay, oh, trust the process. You're listening to the fucking media that they're fucking pulling out. That's all that they're fucking doing. And as I said there the other day, I met one of the fucking Arsenal media. They know about my channel. They know about fucking other channels. You know what I mean? But the fans are sticking to it. Let's keep this up then. Why would Kroenke change it?
Yeah. Kroenke wouldn't get away with it in America. I can guarantee you that. But he's getting away with it here because the fans will keep filling up that stadium instead of boycotting every fucking game that's left this season. Don't bother fucking showing up. Don't be. They pour out fucking merchandise next week and they want to be down the fucking shop buying it. Boycott it. Don't buy the fucking merchandise. Hit him in the pocket. Wake them the fuck up and then the fuck off out of the club and bring that fucking Arteta and Edo with him.
And fucking about
90%, I said 85% there, and I bring 90% of them fucking clowns to place and represents our fucking jersey. I swear to fuck that. I tell you the truth. If I had 10 minutes in the fucking dressing room with them bastards, I swear to God, I fucking lose me class. I swear to God. It's not acceptable, mate. It's not acceptable, man.
And look, even Darren is there saying the exact same thing as you. Don't buy the merch. Like, you know, don't. This is what's freaking feeding him. He's happy in his fucking ranch, going around in his fucking cowboy suit and everything like that. Happy days. I'm getting fucking loads of money. You know what I mean? He doesn't give a fuck about this club. And he like, you know what I mean? Either does fucking anyone else. What's the story, man? How are you?
Good. I'm just sick of this, man. I'm sick of it. We're not good enough. The squad depth is not there at all. We have 14 good players. Everyone else is shit. Like, I've just had enough.
Yeah. Look, you're only a young fella, and like, you know, you can see it. You know what I mean? How the hell do you think that they will get rid of him?
I think we're overreacting. I think, you know, we've had 3 bad games, but I just think, you know, we got to stick to him. I think he's good manager with the young players, and I just think we're slightly overreacting at this point.
Well, I beg to differ with you, mate. But look, everyone has their own opinion. You know, I just think that he's losing the dressing room and the respect of the younger players like Martinelli and, you know, Smith Rowe, Saka and stuff like that. I just think that they're losing it. They've no respect for him anymore. You know, this is sort of reminding me of the Emery era. You know, when he was, you know, sort of coming to his end of days. You know what I mean? Kyle, do you think that the players are losing respect for him? Or?
Absolutely. I think he's lost the dressing room. I think he's lost it because of his pure out and out arrogance. I told you the other day I was talking to him. I know a man he told me he knows a bit about him. He's a narcissist of the highest order. It's his way or no way. That's why he got rid of Aubameyang, Guendouzi, Torreira. These lads that had a bit of an attitude with him. He wasn't able to handle that. So now he's with Saka and ESR, Martinelli. The young fella there said that he's a good manager for the young fellas. Dale, Everyone's to take their own opinion. I don't see these young fellas do much. I actually don't see them doing that much. They're on about Saka. Let's talk fucking facts here. We're going to talk at all. These fellas, they're not world class, Dale. Saka is not world class. I told you there, Nick, that ESR is not world class. Martinelli is world class. But he's been gone to Real Madrid before we know it. The whole thing is a shambles. And the more people that keeps on shouting for Arteta, this is what we're going to keep getting. Week in, week out.
Yeah.
Simple as.
I know. Look, calm down. That's it. It's just hard, Oliver. It is hard. Like, you know what I mean. It's just what do you think is next, man? What should be done in your sort of opinion?
I think next we've got to try and get the players back, as in Tierney and Partey. Try our best to get them back. But if they don't come back, I think we're in trouble because we simply don't have the players. But I think in the summer transfer window, we've just got to recruit. We need a striker. We need more squad depth because it's just not good enough.
Well, do you think that they'll give him the money? Will he be backed in the summer?
So. I think Kroenke sees that he is a good manager most of the time, so I think he will back him. I think he'll give him the money he needs to try and best to rebuild.
Yeah, I'll send on this fella, Julian. I'm not in the mood for you.
Well, it's a rather unfortunate afternoon, and that's what I thought it was. I thought we were unlucky. I thought the performances compared with the last two games was massively improved. I mean, maybe we played an opposition which wasn't quite as good, but I did think we're unfortunate today. I haven't looked at the stats yet, but I'm guessing. Well, more of a guess because I was at the game. Not the best view behind the goal, but our possession and our shots were far in excess of Southampton. Did you get to see the game? Was it being shown live, or did you manage to get a stream over in Ireland?
Yeah. I got the stream. I was watching it. They were fucking useless. You know, it was just they made Foster look like a fucking prime Neuer. You know, it just. They were just bad. I think the setup again was wrong. Like, you know, even though it was like last week, it was just fucking. He's just not good enough, Julian. I'm sorry. I can't stand by him anymore. You know, I can't. What do you think? Do you think we should sack him?
Yeah, I think it was. I think the attitude today was good. They came out enthusiastic. They played with pace. They played looking like they were going to win. We got hit by. It was a good goal. I wouldn't criticise the defending of that goal. There was a couple of things that happened. First of all, I'll give credit to Ward-Prowse because his dead ball delivery is exceptional, absolutely exceptional. So that corner comes in. I thought Ramsdale dealt with it as well as he could do. It was a really, really difficult corner to defend. He gets a good punch on it. The Southampton guy just hoops it back over his head. You know, the Southampton guy, I don't know who it was. He's not world class. He just hooped it over his head. It turns out to be a killer ball. And it goes straight to a Southampton winger, crosses it in quickly, bang, it's a goal. So I wouldn't actually fault Arsenal for the defending. I'd say number one, it was a very, very good dead ball delivery. And number two, they got lucky with the pass back in. So that was the goal. Other than that, I didn't really see a lot from Southampton. As regards Arsenal, had all the possession, not enough creativity. I'm not going to say it's an exceptional performance. Of course it wasn't. We lost 1-0, an average Southampton team. They're not piss poor, they're average. So it definitely wasn't the greatest performance I've ever seen. But again, it wasn't the worst. I'd say most days when you play that game, Fraser Forster wouldn't play as well as that. I mean, I remember a quote from Mourinho a few years ago talking about parking the bus. That guy looks like a double-decker bus. I'm not surprised he plays for England. And looking at Pickford, I would say after seeing Forster today, he should be third choice for England, not number one. I thought Forster he looks immense. He looks imposing. Yes, it was a very poor it was a poor finish. Saka should have scored. No question, Saka should have scored. But the guy fills the goal. I don't know why he hasn't. You know, I look back at his Wikipedia page after the game, and he's not even been first choice for Southampton at times. He's been sort of farmed out on loan to Celtic a few times. So I'm not quite sure what goes on there, because today he looked as good a keeper that I've seen.
Yeah, that's it. What do you make then of Chelsea up next?
I'm actually excited because we need to be playing these teams now. We need to raise our game. It's either going to be we're either going to be put out of our misery, or we're going to rise to the challenge, because we have to now go to Chelsea and win. We need to beat United, and we obviously, depending on where we're at, we cannot afford to lose to Tottenham. So the fact we've still got to play these teams who are around us is actually a good thing for us, because it gives us the opportunity to get us back on track. So yes, they're going to be tough games, but because we're playing them, the teams around us, and it's not only the ability to take 3 points ourselves, but also be able to kind of take 3 points off them. It's needed. It's actually fortunate that we've still got to play them rather than it be with them, because if we weren't playing them, then it would be totally out of our hands.
Yeah, but like they're going to fucking slaughter us. That's the end of it. And I can see United winning as well. You know, at home. You know, it's just our form everywhere. At home, away, it's shit. You know, we're just not good enough. I like, you know, I've no defence today for anyone. Probably our best player today, Ramsdale. You know, says it all, really. You know, we lacked the bite up front, and as you said, like we made Foster look like fucking Neuer. You know,
Yeah,
it's just,
yeah.
you know, it's just not good enough. Will you be at the Chelsea game?
Pardon?
Will you be at the Chelsea game?
Well, yeah, but every game I've got, what we've got left now, 7 games till the end of the season. Yeah, I've got 7 games to go, and then I'll have done, for the first time in my life, something that I've been striving for, which is a little bit of an anorak thing, but I've always wanted to go to every Arsenal game, home and away. And this, for me, was the season that I knew that I could achieve that, because of the fact we weren't in Europe, and I didn't, however much I wanted to do that, I never fancied going to the darkest, deepest places of Europe and the Outer Hebrides to achieve that. So not being in Europe, I thought, right, I'm going to do that. So yes, I've even managed to get COVID in an international break, which was a bit of a result, because that meant I wasn't hampered and able to having to self-isolate. So yeah, it's the stars are aligned for the next 7 games, and I would have ticked off my boyhood dream of not quite playing for Arsenal, but at least being able to go and watch them home and away for the whole season.
Well, then of all fucking people, you should bleed know that this fella's a fucking idiot and he needs to get out of the bleeding club. You've seen it all.
I have seen it all, but then the other side of it is what he inherited. The team, if we kind of cast our minds back to, when did he get in? December 2019, wasn't it? Yeah, December 2019 he took over. I would say we had pretty much reached the lowest point that I'd seen since I started watching Arsenal, which is 1976. We were broken. We were broken as a club. So he's come in. He didn't inherit any great players. Or okay, no, that's unfair. Some of the players were great, but they weren't. They just didn't have the right attitude. There was a lot of work to be done. And this season, for me, and I think most people would kind of agree with that, it's looked promising. Yes, we're faltering now. It's still not over. But even if we end up sort of 5th or 6th with the team that we've got, we can push on. We absolutely need a little bit of a change up front. I don't, Nketiah's okay, but he's not good enough. I don't think he'll ever be good enough to lead the line for Arsenal. He looked like a promising prospect when he first sort of was around the peripheries, I remember him coming on for a League Cup game. I think it was against Norwich. We were losing 1-0, and his first touch he scored, and his second touch he scored, and the whole stadium just erupted, singing Eddie, 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 and we thought, he's going to be the next best thing. That was probably the pinnacle of his Arsenal career. It hasn't really kicked on since then. He seems to be an honest player, hard-working player, but I'm an honest, hard-working player. I don't get to play up front for Arsenal.
He's fucking useless. Will you do me a bleeding favour, will you?
Go on.
Will you just fucking look into the camera and say Arteta out, please?
Never. Well, I mean, look, I say never because I'm a football fan, so everyone has their breaking point. For me, I'm nowhere near it. A lot of people seem to, like yourself, they have a few bad games, and it's Arteta out. And the next minute, it's the next best thing. They're singing his name. I've just never been one to look at things short term like that.
No, here, look, in Julian, in the last 5 games, we've lost 4. Come
on. Yeah, we have. But then I look at things over the course of a season, and I'll judge him at the end of the season.
Oh, jeez, you're driving me fucking mad.
Well, I'm not going to say Arteta out on the basis of 5 games.
No, you're fucking mad. I'm going down a stream with you during the week or something like that, and I'm gonna bleed and let you have it. Fuck's sake.
Okay. Right. I must concentrate crossing the road, otherwise make sure I don't get run over, because have a bad Arsenal losing on a day at Southampton, getting run over in Southampton would probably make it worse.
Right, I'm kicking you off.
All right.
I'll see you later.
Always a pleasure.
Lovely. Talk to you soon.
Bye.
Kyle, what do you think?
Do you honestly want to hear what I think? I think the man is entitled to his opinion. Both, he's exactly what's wrong with the fan base. The man is absolutely 100% delusional. How can you say about Arteta over 5 games? This is going up last 2.5 years. And that he took over and he got 150 million back in January or back in the summer there to buy players to straighten up the defence. We're still after I think it's 2 goals. I think it's 1 or 2 goals. We need more last season with 7 games left to go. Like, what the fuck are people on about?
See, this is the thing. This is what I was saying. AFC, what do you think, mate? Would you agree with Julian?
I think, to be fair, we've got to stick with Arteta for at least the end of the season. I think it'd be stupid to sack him now, as you guys, I think you're suggesting. But I just think Arteta is the right man for the job right now. I think, we got to keep him. I think he's working well with the youngsters. I think he dealt with the Aubameyang situation quite well, I think. And I think it would just be stupid to get rid of him just on the basis of the last 5 games when he's done so well this whole season. Despite the first 3 games when he's done, got us into a top 4 race when the squad doesn't deserve it.
Yeah. No, look, I completely understand. And look, I appreciate you coming on, and fair play to you, because there's not many, let's say fans that do come on and give their opinion, because it's not easy, and especially, let's say, with your views. But look, big up to you. Thanks a million for coming on, man.
Thanks, buddy.
Cool. Thanks. Bye.
No, hold on, Julian. Julian. I'm calling you Julian now. Kyle. So I've never actually asked you this. Who would you take as manager if they did decide to get rid?
Well, sure, you'd have to.
If they did decide to,
it's one thing getting rid of Arteta, but it's another thing replacing him with someone. Mancini. I'd have a chat with Mancini myself personally. One thing getting rid of Arteta, but it's another thing replacing him.
Warren, I think you might have to just turn that down a small bit, mate. We're just going to get back feed on it.
Yeah,
how are you doing, mate?
I had you open on another tab. That's why I've closed it now, mate.
How are you getting on, man? You all right?
I was fuming before I come onto your channel, and then when I saw Julian, I felt like throwing my laptop out the window. Fucking hell. My language. Sorry, Del Boy.
No. Fucking.
What a load of utter shit that Julian was coming out with. He was complaining about what he'd taken over when he took control of the club. He just inherited, and this makes me so angry. These Arteta-ins going on about the mess that he inherited. We'd finished 5th the season before and got in our first European final in 13 years. And he hasn't once shown anything that's going to say that he's going to even match it. What a load of utter nonsense.
This is fucking it, you know?
It's unbelievable.
And Warren, I had to keep you apart because I knew, well, if I got you and him on, I said my channel would melt. You know?
Warren, how are you getting on, Warren?
Huh?
How are you?
Yeah, I'm good, mate. How you doing? Thanks for coming on my stream earlier.
Yeah, big time.
Yeah.
Julian said that we were good today. I actually think it was the worst performance of the season.
It was dreadful.
I thought it was worse than the game against Brighton.
The passing was shocking, right? We couldn't defend. Like number of times that ball was bouncing around inside the penalty area. It was just unbelievable. It was an absolute joke. It was like, for a while, I used to go and watch Maidstone United. We're in the 4th division of English football. The defending at that team was better than what I saw today.
Yeah.
It was shocking.
Yeah.
It was unbelievable.
Ben White, 50 million. Ben White.
No, man. He's not good enough. He's not good enough. I wouldn't... At one point, I was thinking, yeah, he might be all right for like a squad player. But no, definitely not. He's not good enough, man.
The whole thing is a shambles, lads. The whole thing is a shambles. And with fans like Julian, we are fucked.
Exactly. We need... That's why I kept putting in the comments, get him out. He needs to be gotten out of our club. Because that sort of fan, they're destroying our club. They're holding the bloody club back.
Yeah.
Because they're not pressurising the club. You know, every time there's a merch drop, they're in the club shop buying it all. They're like backing everything the club does. It's a shambles.
I said what I said to Dale the other night on his show, and I say it again today. I saw the 80s, the 90s, the 2000s, all the way up to now. And I see the way we built our club and the history behind our club, the history behind the badge on the jersey. And we're throwing us all away. Chelsea is going to be the biggest club in London because we're going to win a lot more than what we ever win.
I know.
It's embarrassing. We're throwing us fucking away.
Yeah. They're closing in on us quickly. It won't be long before they overtake us. And Man City as well. Yeah. It will soon be that we're the 6th biggest club in England, not the 3rd.
It's just horrible.
It's just, it seems now like Arsenal are just like a brand or something like that, you know, because when I was there was a lot of, like, you know, sort of, let's say, touristy fans like myself, like, you know, but like after the game then, or the next day, they're in the clubhouse or they're in the fucking armory, whatever you bleeding hell you call it, and they're just buying all the merch. And that happens every week. That's his games, you know. So, as I said, the Cronkies are just laughing, going, "Oh, we lost." So, well, do you know what? They probably don't even fucking know they lost today. You know what I mean? Let's be fucking straight with it, you know. What Warren? If he got sacked, I can't see it personally myself. Who would you like to go for?
Me, if I was controlling the club, I'd go for Diego Simeone straight away. No messing. Go and see him and say to him, how much do you want? What do you want to take this club over? How much do you want for salary? How much money do you want for the transfer window? Do you want to bring your own staff with you? Just give him whatever he wants. Just get him at the club. All right? That's what I would do. But the problem is, with the Cronkies in control, if they sack him, I'm pretty sure I know what's going to happen. They're going to give the job to Mertesacker.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Don't
Right.
kill me altogether,
Oh, God.
Warren. Jesus, I'm going through enough fucking hassle now than that.
No, but I reckon that's what would happen. I do, because I think they will try and go down the same route that they try to go down with Arteta, but they'll just put someone else in. Do you know what I mean? It's just...
Yeah. I think you're right. I could fucking see something stupid like that, you know? But, like I can't see them sacking him, you know, either way. Like, they'll see it out till the end of the season, you know, and they'll fuck it the whole of next season up as well. And they'll be fucking around the whole of the summer, hemming and hawing about who to manage and, like, you know, stuff like that. And before you know it, the season will be started and the window will be closed and you're gone around in full circle again. You know,
I don't think they're going to sack him. Full
Not
stop.
at all. I'll tell you what they're going to do. The stupid bastards is going to give him a fucking 2 or 3 year contract. That's what they're going to do.
Because he's doing
it's a shambles. They're going to give him a contract. I guarantee you.
Kyle, you're spot on, mate. Absolutely spot on. Because what will happen, they'll be saying to themselves in private, he's doing everything we want him to.
He's a yes man, Warren. The man, he's a yes man.
Exactly, 100%.
Licking fucking holes all over the stadium. That's what he's doing.
Yeah. Because basically, they do not want Arsenal to be successful. All they want is for the club to make money. And the way it's carrying on at the moment, that's what's happening.
Yeah.
So he's not doing anything they don't want him to do.
We are static and have been static for many years now.
Yeah.
All the way back to the latter years of Arsene Wenger. We haven't improved.
Yeah. No, you're right.
It's the same shit year in, year out.
Yeah. It is. It's just fucking the same thing over and over again. And I reckon I know why they sacked Emery. It wasn't because we were sitting 8th in the table. They knew if he stayed in control that he would get him into the Champions League and we'd be successful. So that's why they sacked him. Because they knew that he was going to cost them money. And they didn't to spend the money. They don't. They're not interested in making this club successful. All they're interested in is getting this and making a profit out of the club.
And that's why
until they go, nothing is going to change.
100%, Warren. 100%.
Cheeky, what's the bleeding story? Now, don't be coming on here and winding me up. How are you doing, mate?
Well, pretty shitty because we lost in the FA Cup.
I'd say so.
3 goals in the span of 30 minutes is just diabolical.
Very bad.
I mean, the U.S. goalkeeper was just fucking useless. I mean, look at the second. Did you see the goals? Look at the second goal.
I heard it was a bit of shambles, all right.
Oh, my God. I literally wanted to slit my throat. I was disgusted. Absolutely disgusted. And this is supposed to be the keeper that we're supposed to use for the U.S. men's national team. What a load of rubbish.
Do you think that they said that they wanted to focus more on the league and the European Cup rather than the FA Cup?
That's what they're saying. I mean, I'm listening to commentary now, and they were saying that they're most likely not going to use the City team ever again for the rest of the season because that City team was absolutely fucking dart.
Nearly pulled it back near the end, though, mate.
I don't know. I'm not interested in that. I don't want to hear they nearly pulled it back. I mean, the damage was done in the first half. Absolute BS by that.
GK, there's a question for you, man.
Oh, it feels great. Oh, it feels great to be Canada's neighbor to the north. I mean, really. It also feels great. It also feels great to be a City fan. Sack Pep Guardiola tonight.
Here, we'll give you Arteta. We'll swap you.
How about that? Lee Gunner was asking me about if we should trade Arteta, and I'm like, "Yep, absolutely. You take Guardiola, you take Arteta, and then we'll really see how good or horrible he is. Because today he was just fucking useless."
Yeah. Oh man, it was just like I'm just, I'm obviously annoyed. I'm pissed off. I'm angry, but it's just like Warren, what you were saying there. I just cannot see them doing anything about this. They'll see it out till the end of the season. I think Chelsea are going to fucking absolutely slaughter us. When we playing them,
they're gonna.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys are gonna get hammered. I'm going 6-0. I'm going 6-0 Chelsea.
Dale.
Wow.
Chelsea beat fucking Southampton last week 6-0.
Yeah.
So what's that telling you? We go to them and get about 1-0 by them. It's a fucking shambles. Chelsea will be a practice match next week for Chelsea.
Training squad.
Man United will beat Arsenal as well. Tottenham also will beat Arsenal. What?
I'll tell you what, Kyle. If Chelsea win comfortably tomorrow, they will absolutely destroy us. The only hope we've got is if Palace give them a hard game, and that it knocks their confidence back, because their tails are up now after what happened in Madrid the other night. And if we go into that game playing like we've done in the last 3 games, which we will, and they're on form, they're going to rip us to pieces.
Yeah.
Absolutely destroy us. They will. It will be an absolute cakewalk for them.
Warren, I tell you what the problem is for me. As I said on the show the other night, then show there, I actually went into the bookies to put money on Crystal Palace to beat Arsenal. That's what happened. I put money on Brighton to beat Arsenal the other day. Brighton bet Arsenal. And I have money on Southampton today to beat Arsenal, and Southampton bet them.
So what's
They're just so fucking predictable.
So have you got money on the Euro Millions? Because I want to know.
I fucking should have, Warren. I was just saying before, at the very beginning of the show, I'm here sitting in a bus here in New Ross in front of a fucking graveyard. And you get more fucking life out of the graveyard than you would in that Arsenal team. They're a fucking joke. I'm fucking sick of it. And I'm fucking sick of fans coming on shows and on fucking YouTube. Arteta in, Arteta this, Arteta that. Fuck off with your fucking Arteta.
Yeah. That's it. Fucking let them have it.
Fucking
okay. Well, I guess someone's clearly not
said about Eddie fucking Nketiah. Who the fuck was that was talking about Eddie Nketiah? I want to put him in the fucking graveyard.
Oh man.
Swear to God, we're fucking pissed off, lads. Swear to God.
It's unbelievable. Chike,
you know what's unbelievable? Yeah, sorry about that. You know what's unbelievable? Arsenal could get relegated and they'll still keep Arteta.
I know.
Yeah.
That is bad. That is. You're right, Chike.
He's doing a lot of licking. That's why.
Yeah.
Shall we take a look at how many wrong records he's broken? I mean, I could name a starting 11 with that. First time they lost at home to Burnley since '74. First time they lost by 3 goals against Aston Villa since the 1920s. First time they've lost 3 games in a row in the first 3 games of the season since 1954. I mean, the trend just goes down and down and down. I mean, there's more of them, but that's what the 3 off the top of my head. But my Jesus.
Listen, Chike, the beginning of this season, we had our worst start to a season since 1913.
Oh, never mind. I was dead wrong.
1913, and that year we got relegated.
I was just gonna say you also got relegated that season, if I'm not mistaken. Jesus Christ,
it was crazy.
Wow.
But I like Chike. Do you think they'll sack him? Like honestly, do you think they won't sack him?
Nope.
Fuck's sake. Do you know what?
They're not gonna sack him.
I just think that you're fucking right too many times here, man, when it comes to Arsenal.
You know why I'm right?
It's
because I listen to Lee Gunner.
The only way that Arteta will get sacked is if he's caught in bed with Josh Kroenke's wife.
I'll buy him a bottle of brew. Bit of aftershave might work.
God.
I
So
fucking
this dude
introduced him to
has
his
to
wife for him. How about
fucking
that?
cheat on his wife. Me, man.
Oh man.
Jeez.
Well,
Oh my God.
Martin,
God.
I'm going to say this to you. Is any of the blame for Edu? Would you blame him as well?
Yeah, I blame all of them. The whole lot of them. Edu, Vinay, Garlic Head, Arteta, the owners, because all got a part in it. Right, Edu's recruitment has been absolutely shocking. Because I believe he's the one that goes out and does all the deals to get the players into the club. Vinay, I think he's the one that is responsible for doing all these corporate sponsorship deals and partnership deals with like this Visit Miranda thing and stuff like that. So, yeah, they've all got a part to play in it. But the big one for me is the Kroenkes. And because they've got no ambition and they don't want the club to be successful, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter who we appoint as manager because they're only going to appoint someone in the similar mould to Arteta who isn't good enough so that they don't become successful. Because I'm convinced now that the reason they sacked Emery was because they knew if they gave him backing and gave him the time that he would turn the club round and make us successful. And they want us like challenging because it's going to cost them too much money. I'm convinced of it, mate. Because he's in the fucking semi-finals of the Champions League with the squad he's got at Villarreal. Right? He's beating Bayern Munich over 2 legs. And who is it he beating?
He beat Juventus over 2 legs.
Yeah, 2 legs. And
he literally went in. He went to Juventus and slapped them in their own backyards.
Exactly.
Yeah,
exactly. Yeah. And now he's done it to Bayern Munich as well. So if he had the squad or the backing that Arteta had, can you imagine what he would have done? It would have just been a madness.
Champions League final. First time in what, 17 years?
Look at the squad of Villarreal. They're all fucking ancient. They're all old men. And they haven't been the semi-final of the Champions League. And the club, you talk about the club, Dale, from the very top, buddy, the whole way down to the tea lady. Club is fucking poison. Full of poison. It's a shambles. And they're not going to get rid of Arteta. Lads, listen, we're going to have Arteta for the next 2 to 3 years. Get used to it.
Exactly. He's going to get a new 3-year contract at the end of the season.
You get $8.5 million or something like that. Get used to it.
Exactly.
I'll go to Alan's comment here. We spent 150 million on absolute shit. They're all crap. Ramsdale as well. Fucking crap. Cheeky, I'll give you this one, mate. I sort of said that, I think it was around Christmas time. I was saying, look, give him a season, see how he gets on, and watch half of next season, and then I'd sort of judge him as a player. What do you make of Ramsdale yourself, like, as a Man City fan? What, like, give us your opinion.
Ramsdale's a great. I mean, he's obviously not that great because he's been with 4 of the last teams that he's been with, he's been relegated. That's not to say that when he's been relegated, it was necessarily his fault. He was exposed because the teams that he were on were fucking shite, right? And I believe that he's been one of Arsenal's best players this season. And the fact that the goalkeeper is one of Arsenal's best players, shouldn't that not say something about the defense, about the defense around him? Like, if Ederson was the best player at City, but he has a clown defense, shouldn't that not be a wake-up call? Shouldn't it be? Yeah. I mean, I don't know.
But if you can't see it, he's fixed the defense. Nothing.
Yeah, he's fixed the defense. They're on course to lose the exact same amount of games as last year, and if not more, because you still got to play Chelsea, Spurs, and Manchester United, and West Ham, and who else? Oh yeah, Everton, who are also in a relegation battle.
But look at it, right?
Yeah.
Since Ramsdale's probably been Arsenal's best player, right?
Yep.
Also, they've recently just lost Kieran Tierney. What happened when he went out the team? The fucking defence fell apart. It just shows you how good a player that lad is. He's been holding that defence together. Do you know what I mean? He has, it's a miracle that he's been able to do it and that they defended as well as they have. I'm not saying they've been superb defensively, but they haven't. If he hadn't have been there for the whole of this season, can you imagine the mess that we would have had? But you look at the difference between the defence since he's been out of the team and what it's like now, and also with Thomas Partey, how important those two players are to the club. Imagine if we'd lost Ramsdale as well, because he was out for a while. If we'd lost them three, it'd be an absolute a shit show.
Relegation battle.
Shit show. It's bad enough now, but without Tierney, Partey, we're just getting shown up, and it shows why it was such a massive mistake not to recruit in January. He's allowed the squad to become paper thin, and as soon as someone gets injured, we're in trouble.
But that go to show how cocky he is, though, Warren. The way they didn't straighten in January. He thought that, we get fourth place with the squad that we have. He weakened the squad, but he's still cocky enough to think we were going to get fourth spot with the squad that we had. That's how cocky he is.
Yeah, you're right. 100% right. He's fucking... I think he fucking loves the smell of his own shit. You know what I mean? Fucking... You know... Oh, man. I'm just getting frustrated again. It comes in bursts to me. Like fuck me. Like, seriously. Like, as it says, in the last 5 games, we've lost 4. You know?
And how many goals have you conceded? You conceded 6 goals in 3 matches.
Jesus Christ.
That's an average of 2 goals a game. So you're basically letting in 2 goals a game.
Yeah, that is fucking dreadful. And we fixed the defence.
Horrendous.
Yeah, Kyle, I think you were saying that there in the stream the other day. Were you saying, was it something like we're a few goals off last season or something like that?
We're only, I think we've conceded 2 goals less this season than we did last season. And we still got to play another 7 games. So they're going to break that fucking record today.
Yeah.
And we're supposed to straighten up the defence with 50 million fucking Ben White. I wouldn't put him on the fucking grass here in front of me.
Yeah.
It's horrible. It's horrible.
And people are saying Ben White's having the best season of his career.
Fucking hell. I wouldn't like to see his worst.
I wouldn't either.
Listen, last season he nearly got relegated with Brighton, right? And look at their defence now. Like, the fact he's not there anymore. I'm just going to get the league table up from last season, right? Because I want to look at how many goals they conceded last season and what the difference between the two of them. But carry on, and I
also told you the other night, Dale, another one. Aubameyang scored 10 goals for Barcelona, and in the length of time, we've only scored 12 in the whole fucking team.
Fuck's sake. What? Like, you know, fucking... It's just there's nothing up front, like, as well. So we've nothing at the back, nothing up front, and we've nothing in the midfield. Like, you know what I mean? Any manager will tell you need the spine of the team. You know what I mean? Your goalie, your good centre, quality leading centre half, and centre midfielder, and someone up front. You know, we have none of that. Like, so you're saying, like, Ramsdale, right, okay. In the back, Ben White, Gabriel.
Not good enough.
You know, it's just useless. It's just not good enough. It's like, you know what I mean? They're absolutely, like, this is the thing about January. And what we were saying, and I'd done a fucking video when the window closed, and I was just like, this will come back to fucking bite us in the arse. And it did. It has in the last few games. We've nothing, no backup at all. And even when we were going through the patch of we were winning a load of games in a row, and everyone, we're brilliant, Arteta's kicking in now, we're fucking running amok. Yeah, did you look on the bench? Did anyone look on the bench just going, wow, if we get an injury, we're in big trouble, you know? And Jimmy gets injured, you know, Partey's injured. We're done. Lack is injured. You know, these
Partey's
things
out for
happen
the
at the club.
season.
Yeah, but these things happen at a club. What you said there, Kyle, he was so arrogant, him and Edu, to think, do you know what, we'll be okay, we'll get to the end of the season. And do you know why he did that? It's because the Kroenkes probably turned around to them and said, lads, your job is 100% safe. It doesn't matter what happens. Because that's the only reason they would have done that. Any other manager in the world, I'm not even saying in the Premiership, would have said, hold on a minute. If I get one or two injuries, I am really, really short. Results will not go our way. So for me to cover my fucking manager's ass job, I want backup. I want this player, and that player. I need them. So you don't come to me. If you don't get them players to me, you don't come to me and just go, do you know what? Them results haven't been good. You're getting sacked. So the
No
Kroenkes have told them. They've said, your jobs are 100% safe.
Yeah, Del Boy, what would you
Absolutely,
do?
Dave. Absolutely, man. Arteta's contract is on the table, ready to be signed. Guaranteed.
I think it's signed already. Go ahead, Warren. Sorry, man.
Well, I was just going to say, what would you do, all right, with your kids' team if you lost a load of players?
Yeah, I'd be straight away. Look, I need players. It's complete. I can't do this without players. Like, you know what I mean?
Okay. Right, I've got the facts for you. Last season, Arsenal conceded 39 goals, right? This season, so far, in 31 games, we've conceded 37. Two more goals, and we would have equal. So 3 more goals, and we would have conceded more goals than what we did last year.
And
But
that
they
was a
stick to
David
the
Luiz
defense.
and fucking Bellerin.
Huh?
Oh, gee.
What was that, Carl?
That was with David Luiz and fucking Bellerin.
Yeah, Becky B.
Yeah,
Becky fucking B.
Oh, my God.
That's atrocious, lads. It's heartbreaking.
Yeah. Becky B. Fucking. I've seen her tree grow faster than that fucker. You know what I mean? Jesus Christ.
Leaves us weak as shit as well. But at Brighton have conceded 9 fewer goals this season than they did last. And they finished 2 off the relegation zone with Ben White in the team. Now they're halfway up the table. What does that tell you?
Absolutely.
He's dog shit.
And look at this from Alan. Pepe scored 16 goals in all competitions and can't get a bloody start in this fucking club this season. There you go. You know what I mean? And
He's not an Arteta man, then. That's why.
And what are we lacking? We're lacking fucking goals. You know what I mean? And then to send them on with 20 minutes to go, like, come on, how is that fucking fair? Give the guy a fucking chance.
And he nearly scored an absolute corker as well. Did you see that volley that he did?
Yeah.
Are you telling me that he can't start in front of fucking Nketiah then?
Yeah. This is the fucking thing. Like, Jesus Christ. Like, as I said in the start of this fucking stream, like, how can you not just put Saka in left back and put fucking Pepe up there instead of him, right? And swap them around, whatever the fuck you want, and stick fucking Martinelli up front. Because what you will do there is you'll get Martinelli and have a buzz. Yes, I'm up front. I'm going to be fucking on it today, man. This is the position I want to play in. Because he loves scoring goals. We all know that. He'd be fucking well up for that. And stick him up front, and I'm telling you now, you get fucking goals. No. We'll put Tavares in left back. We'll fucking put Lakonga in again. We'll tell El Neni to fuck off. And then we'll stick fucking Eddie up front. Jesus fucking Christ. Like,
you sold El Neni?
I would, instead of Lakonga, I would. Because Lakonga has just been fucked on front of the bus. The last game, he fucked him in midfield on his own. And Xhaka at left back. Like, come on. That's not fucking bad. Jesus Christ. Like, let's be honest about it. Think of it. He had Xhaka at the left back. Where did Brighton come in to score from the first goal? Left back
position.
Del boy, I need to say this to you. I looked at your show last night. It was brilliant about the 91 squad. And I left a comment in it there to this here Arteta's press conference. The fucking prick was saying that if you look at the statistics of Xhaka playing left back, that is up there with one of the best. That he's brilliant in that position. This is coming from our fucking manager saying that Xhaka is brilliant in left back. What the fuck is he saying?
Fucking. Well, if he's so fucking good, why didn't he start him today at left back?
Exactly.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Fucking hell. And do you know the thing I've fucking seen then is, it's we learn from our mistakes. Fuck you. You shouldn't be fucking learning anything at this club. You should be already knowing exactly how to fucking manage a team, how to manage your players. If some fucking player comes to you, boss, I'm not happy with you're not starting me. Guess why you're not starting? Because you're fucking shy. That's why I'm not fucking starting you. Get your fucking arse in gear in training, and then I'll fucking might start you. Not this fucking. Oh,
Del Boy, he doesn't learn from his mistakes
He doesn't.
because he keeps repeating them over and over and over again. Look at the amount of players he's had rucks with. He's had rucks with over 20 players. If he was learning from his mistakes, he'd think, yeah, something's not quite working out like here when I'm behaving like this with people. I need to sort it out. It's a fucking shambles. Honestly.
You know what the definition of insanity is?
That no one's come and had a word with him at the club. Like the Cronkies, like Josh hasn't come and said, look, Mikel, I need to have a quiet word for you, mate. You need to,
this is the thing, Warren.
Business out.
But they're in a fucking bubble. Like, okay, everyone in the bubble, we love each other. We're friends, as I always say, friends. We're lovely friends. Who the fuck, ex-players, you know what I mean? Your Ian Wrights, your fucking Keowns, all them fucking dickheads. They all fucking, he'll get it together. When will he get it together? Please fucking tell me now when you'll get it together. And the other fucking fucking YouTube fucking channel. Oh, give it till May. Well, you know what? I'll be fucking over in May. We'll have a fucking chat then, yeah? Fucking bullshit. Wake the fuck up, people. Seriously.
That's what wound me up when you were speaking to Robbie, right? When he come, because if you listen to what he actually said, he said, if it's like this at the end of the season, I might be with you. So that says to me that he's gonna like wriggle his way out of it and say no. I reckon he's on the bloody payroll of the club, Del Boy.
Yep, I do not disagree with that.
Of it.
Yeah, I don't like, you know, it's like how can you, like, as a fan, do you not want to win stuff? Like, is that not what
that's what the aim of elite sport is. The aim of elite sport is to win.
Exactly. What the fuck are people like? Oh, Arteta, super Arteta, fucking writing, singing songs about the fucking bollocks. Seriously? Like, come on. Like,
Del Boy, when I used to go to Arsenal in the 70s, right, if we were like second or third in the league, the whole North Bank would be singing, we're going to win the league, we're going to win the league, and now you're going to believe us, now you're going to believe us, and so on, the song went. We weren't singing about fucking finishing fourth. We're singing about winning the bloody league. Never, ever did I hear him singing about finishing fourth.
Last night, Dale, on your show, Warren was on it there with Jason Kenny. And they were talking about Adams and George Graham. And everything that came out, all those players' mouths was about winning league titles. They were winners. They were champions. They were proper footballers. They fucking represented the badge. Not like these fucking wasters that we have at our club today. Fourth place. Fuck fourth place.
Yeah.
First place.
Exactly.
You know what's kind of sad?
That 89 documentary. Not once does George Graham or Tony Adams say about finishing fourth, finishing third, finishing second. They're on about winning titles all the time. It's a joke. It is. It's unbelievable. I mean, Chike, I know you're a City fan. You must be sitting in this thinking, "Oh, that's shambles."
Yeah, it is.
I mean?
I was just gonna say. You know what's kind of crazy? Almost 20 years ago, Arsenal were in a Champions League final. Now they don't. They haven't. It's been almost 5-6 years since they've been in the Champions League, and just the decline of Arsenal Football Club is really just sad. You know, I just don't know. I just don't know what else I can say. I mean, I feel like I've been hearing the exact same thing over and over, and I just get bored. I just get bored of it, to be quite honest, because it's just embarrassing how bad this team have fallen since the post Wenger 2006. It's just, again, this team were 1-0 up in a Champions League final about 16 years ago. And now this is going to be the 4th season in a row, or 5th season or 6th season that they don't make it. And I don't know what to say. I really don't. I feel like I'm in a therapy session.
Yeah. Look, this is it. We're the banter club.
And also, I just saw. So I'm watching. I'm watching the guys at the ESPN studio do a recap of the City game and all the Premier League games. They're not doing Premier League titles anymore. They're just doing the top 4 race. They don't care about the Premier Leagues anymore. They don't care about the Premier League anymore. It's really sad.
See, that's the thing. And that's what a lot of it has got to do with, because media companies keep banging on all the time about the top 4.
Yep.
Or, do you know what I mean? They're not going on about winning titles and stuff like that. And that's why we got all these youngsters talking absolute bollocks, because that's what they're hearing from the media. You listen to the radio. I don't know where you're from. Canada, aren't you, Chike?
Connecticut.
All right. I don't know what it's like where you are, but here, when you listen to people talking about football, it's absolute. They're talking absolute shite.
They are.
I don't know, what it's like there, but here they haven't got a clue what they're talking about.
It's just as bad as in the U.S., because the U.S. don't understand what the aim of elite sport is to win, not to be third loser or fourth loser.
Yeah.
They're big into American sports like American football, basketball, baseball, and they don't get that if you get relegated, you lose jobs. When you get relegated, you lose jobs. The manager gets fired. Everyone around you loses jobs. You don't get rewarded for mediocrity. You don't get rewarded for going 7-10 in a season. I mean, look especially in the NFL. If you get last place, you get the number 1 overall pick in the draft. That doesn't work like that in the Premier League. If you get last place or third to last, you get relegated. You know what that means when you get relegated? You go down a league. Your town loses jobs. The manager loses jobs. Players leave the team. They just don't get what the aim of elite sport is. They don't. It's quite sad, really.
Yeah, 100%. Look, check out Leicester Till I Die. Actually, great channel. And just while I have them there, and I actually seen are Leicester. I'm not. If someone could just drop in the comments there, how far are they behind Arsenal? Actually, because it would not surprise me if they actually caught up.
Hold on. They're in 9th place. They played 29 games and got 40 points. We're in 6th, played 31 games and they're 54. So they're quite a way behind us. They're about 14 points behind. But they've got 2 games in hand. So if they win those 2 games, it'll be 8 points.
Well, we're losing to Chelsea. We're definitely losing to Spurs. So
probably you're definitely losing to Man United.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So
the way we're playing at the moment, I can't see us getting a win for love nor money. I can't.
This is the thing. Are we to believe sitting here now that he can turn it around against Chelsea? He can turn it around against Man United. Seriously, wake the fuck up.
This is what worries me. All these clowns be coming out going, don't worry about Chelsea. Real Madrid turned them over. If Real Madrid can do it, then so can we.
Yeah, Eddie and Katie are hitting a hat-trick, yeah? Boom!
Julian say that we're going to raise our game for these big games. Raise our fucking game? Are you fucking kidding me?
The only thing
like a threat up top.
They wouldn't even raise a fucking bread if they fucking cooked it in the oven. Never mind fucking raising their game.
Fact.
You know what I mean?
Do you remember about 6 weeks ago, I was on one of your streams and you said to me, where are we going to finish in the league, Warren? And I said to you, 7th or 8th. And you said to me, what, that low?
You're fucking right. Oh, my God. Kyle, while you're here, where do you think
boy.
we'll finish now? And I'll be back in 1 second, guys, but I can hear you. But where do you think we'll finish?
I honestly said 7th this season, and I'm sticking with that. 7th. I was like a couple of weeks ago, I put a thing up on Facebook that we have no hope getting top 4, and the amount of backlash I got from it. And I wouldn't mind, but Liverpool fans, Man City fans, Chelsea fans, the backlash I got from it. I said, lads, listen, we have no hope getting top 4. And here we are today, no hope at top 4. Not a chance of top 4. Might get on the fucking PlayStation, but we won't get it in fucking reality. I can guarantee you that.
Yeah. We're going to get slapped against Chelsea, mate.
We are. And we never beat Man
Spurs.
United either. Man United will beat us as well, and Spurs will up their game and they'll beat us as well. We're fucked. The whole season is a fucking write-off.
Mm.
So that means in total you're going to lose 15 games this season. Jesus Christ.
Sorry, say that again, GK?
You're going to lose 15 games this season.
And we lost 13 last season, Chica. Do you know what I fucking mean? Like, 13 games last season, and another 13, 15 games, could be 16 games. It's a fucking embarrassment. This is Arsenal Football Club we're talking about, lads.
Oh, boy.
Do you know what I mean?
Oh, my God.
Like, when I speak passionately about the club, and, you know, lads might say this and that, but when I talk about Arsenal, I fucking class them up. Big club like fucking United, Liverpool, City, Chelsea, Real Madrid, Barcelona. That's where we fucking should be. But we can't even compete against fucking Brighton and fucking Southampton. It's a fucking joke.
This is what we were told when we knocked the fucking Highbury down.
Oh, yeah.
I was going to say.
You know, this is what we were told. I'm still fucking waiting. Where's Josh?
Where's Gazidis? Oh, wait, he
his big fucking Cuban cigar.
Yeah, they probably don't even know we lost today.
Not at all.
Like, it's just, it's so disrespectful what they're doing to this club. Like, you know what I mean?
It really is.
And,
yeah.
Like, as I said, with the likes of Edu, Vinay, and all them fucking arseholes and Arteta, they are all covering each other's fucking arses. That's what they're doing.
100%.
You know, because Kroenke's just probably coming over. He doesn't even look at the table. He hasn't a clue. How are we getting on? Oh yeah, we're doing well. Yeah, we're doing great. It's still the project process or whatever. Yeah. Don't worry about it. You know what I mean? There's no one actually like what he should be doing is if I knew nothing about, let's say I know nothing about American football. If I owned an American football team, I'd get a neutral person who has nothing to do with the club, and I'd just go in there, and you know about football and stuff like that. Go in there and you tell me who do I need to sack? Who's not doing their job? I want to get them the fuck out because I want to win the Super Bowl. That's what I want for my club. You know what I mean?
There you go. That's
this
right.
Isn't the
aim of
way
elite sport is to win. You just said it. Whether I don't care if it's EPL, American football, or American sports. The aim of elite sport is to win, not to win games. It's to win the title.
Yeah. GK, the problem is though they don't think like that. The Gronkies aren't interested in winning.
Nope.
That's what I honestly believe that. I believe that the Gronkies are not interested in winning, right? Because in order for them to win the title, they're going to need to spend a bucket load of money and take money out of their own pocket because the club isn't going to make enough through this self-sustaining model in order to be able to fund the expenditure it needs to have to make it competitive at the top level. It ain't. It's just not going to happen. So in order to make us competitive, they're going to have to like pump in money from their own pocket, and he's not prepared to do it. He's not. He
doesn't want to do it. That's the problem. He doesn't want to do it, Warren. That's the problem.
No, he don't.
You see, lads, this is where it should happen. This is where it happens. This is where the fans should come into place. We should have protests outside the stadium every single match there. And just don't go into the stadium. Stay outside the armory. Fucking march and protest outside. Not violence. I'm not saying to be violent. But protest for what's right for the club. And never mind filling the fucking seats inside the stadium. That's where it would hurt them. That's where we might see change. Until then, we are fucked.
Yeah.
Didn't they already try that though?
100%, mate.
Didn't they already try that?
I'll tell you what they did, Chica. They tried. And what happened was we got about 2,000 outside the fucking stadium.
That's what it
And
was.
that's all
That's
we got.
exactly what it was. That's exactly what it was. Lee Gunner said something about that. They got 2,000 fans outside the stadium, and that was like the perfect time because I believe Josh Kroenke was there at the time, and they only got 2,000. They only got 2,000 fans, and they pretty much did nothing with that.
Chica,
So
I fucking flew from Ireland over there to fucking protest. I went over myself from Ireland to protest.
Wow.
Not even going to the fucking game. To protest.
Big up.
And then lads said to me that this and that. Fuck off.
You see, this is what got Wenger out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If it got Wenger out,
going.
I just don't get how Mikel Arteta just is allowed. I don't get how he's allowed to pass. I really don't.
You don't get what, Chike?
I don't get how Mikel Arteta is allowed to pass.
Well,
pass.
I've got. I think it's because of the way he looks. I've seen
Spaniard, we know.
Yeah, I do. I think a lot of the fans at the club like it because they think he's good looking and he dresses well.
Jesus. How far would I go with the fucking club, Warren?
I couldn't give a shit if the manager was fucking sleeping rough in Hyde Park and then coming into work and doing his job as long as we were winning. I couldn't, right? But for a lot of these fans, they like it that he wears Gucci and he's got good hair and he looks good. They've even got a banner up at the stadium saying Mikel Arteta, the best looking Spaniard we know. I mean, that just tells you everything you need to fucking know.
That's the fan base in 1 sentence. And we are a fucking joke.
Yeah.
Flip-flops and in love with Arteta.
Fucking hell. Jesus Christ. Do we get any points for that, do you? In the league? Games spending so much yet finishing 8th for the 3rd season in a row. Sums it all up, you know.
Also, here's what I don't understand. Thomas Tuchel took Chelsea from 9th to top. From 9th to 4th to FA Cup final to Champions League. Why can't he do that with Arsenal? Why can't any manager in the world do that with Arsenal? In fact, half the managers on this planet wouldn't have half the dross that Arsenal have. Any manager in the world do that with Arsenal?
Smith Rowe has about 9 goals in the league this season, and he's coming off the bench. Unacceptable. Don't care if he's out of form. He needs to start. Would you agree with that, Kyle?
Yeah, I would agree with that. I would make him start because, Jesus, he can't be as bad as to fucking rest him. I'll tell you the truth, that boy, and I mean this now, and I'm not joking. I think the 4 of us here on this screen should start for Arsenal next week because you do better than what the fucking rest of them are doing. It's embarrassing. But Smith Rowe, I don't think he's as great as what everyone makes him out to be, but I would start him, that boy. The next game, he should start. And Pepe has to start.
It just.
I tell you, if I see fucking Nketiah's name on the team sheet next week, I'm going to put the TV off the fucking wall. I don't want to see him. I don't want to see him. He's fucking useless. Don't want to see him.
Arteta, save Kyle's TV. Don't fucking start him.
I tell you, I don't want to see him. Fuck me. It's terrible.
Yeah.
Xhaka. I made a video 4 years ago about fucking Xhaka. And here we are 4 years later, and he's still in the fucking team week in, week out. The man is useless, lads. What does he give to the fucking team? Nothing. It's heartbreaking. Heartbreaking to see us.
But even today, like, I didn't realise who was captain today until I seen it on his armband. Odegaard. Like, what the fuck? Like you
mean Gibraltar guard or backwards guard?
I wouldn't even insult Gibraltar, to be honest with you. Jesus Christ. Like, what what an insult to the past previous captains and leaders of this club that a fella who probably wouldn't get in most teams in the top 6, 7, 8 in the league. He probably wouldn't get in their team. You know what I mean? A captain and leader should be the fourth name on the team sheet, and other clubs, you know what I mean, should be wanting him as well, you know?
I won't put Odegaard on the PlayStation game. They're with the Arsenal football team. That's the truth.
See,
and lads will make them out to be world class. I've yet to see it.
Lads, this is what winds me up about it, right? We did that stream last night, right? And we were talking about the 91 season. All those legends that we had in that squad. Like, it was littered with them, right? Yeah. And we haven't got one now, right? And none of those players would have got into that squad, let alone the team. You might be able to make an argument for Kieran Tierney getting in the squad. You might be able to make an argument for Thomas Partey getting in the squad, but that'd be about it, right? Yeah. And what makes me laugh is that I saw Paul Merson being interviewed by Robbie years ago, right? And he said, listen, in our last season at Highbury, we had a capacity of 38,000.
I make war.
Right?
Yeah. No bother, Kyle. Thanks for
mate. Talk to you soon. Dale, I'll drop you a message there, man. All right?
Yeah, take care, Kyle.
Players in the team, right? He said, now we haven't got one, and we've got a capacity of 60,000. Where's all the money gone?
Yeah, it's a good point.
Do you know what I mean? I mean, we got a team that was full of world-class players, 1 to 11. We had a capacity of 38,000. Now we've got a capacity of 60,000, and we haven't got one world-class player. Where's all the money gone?
Merch.
Do you know what I mean? It just, to me, when I listened to that, I was thinking, to me, it's obvious someone's got their fucking hand in the till.
Yeah. I'd say there is. There definitely is. Like, you know, and it's probably easy for them. Like, remember Raul Sanelli? Fucking, wasn't he up to something as well? You know, it's obviously easy for them when they're in this power and position, like, you know.
You know, and then you get George gets fucking hounded out the club by the hierarchy for taking a bum. And it still rankles with me to this day that he was sacked for that. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. I think that it could have been handled a lot better, and he could have been kept on. And and then you get all this carry on. There's a bad whiff of something very bad going on at that club. There really is. It's just because it don't make any sense. It doesn't. The only sense that I can make of it is to say that they don't want success, and they're using the club as a cash cow, and they're siphoning off money to support the Cronkies' sport franchises in other countries. Where I don't know if he's got franchises in other places other than the States. Because I know
he just has investment with the Rams, who just won the Super Bowl this past year.
Yeah, and I think he's got some other teams in other sports, doesn't he?
Yep, basketball.
Yeah,
the Denver Nuggets.
Yeah. So I reckon he's using Arsenal as a cash cow to siphon off money from Arsenal and use it to support those franchises. I really do, because I just don't think it makes sense.
Yeah,
I don't. It just doesn't. Why would you buy into a team if you didn't want it to be successful? It don't add up.
You're 100% right, Warren. There's something has to be going fucking on, because like none of them, like anyone that has a job, okay, that works, okay, if you're not doing your job right, you will get sacked. You will be asked questions first of all. But nothing seems to be happening with Arteta or Edu or any of them. Well, like that time when he went over to America to meet the Cronkies, that's when I think that he signed this contract.
Yeah.
I don't think he went over there to get his hand slapped saying, here, you better improve these results. The fans, half the fan base don't want you there. What's happening there? And, that didn't happen. He went over to fucking saddle up in a few fucking horses or something like that on the Cronkies ranch. You know what I mean? I think that's all that fucking happened. You know what I mean? It's just people just need to wake up a bit. Like seriously, if you love this club, now I'm not talking about me, Warren or Cheeky or whatever. You know what I mean? If you love Arsenal, you need to fucking do something about it. Stop fucking buying shit. You know what I mean? It's the only way that it'll hit him in the pocket. This guy only cares about money. He doesn't give a fuck about Arsenal. And if you think he does, you are very mistakenly wrong. Fuck me. It's just so fucking
annoying. We got on the chat with us, Del Boy Cheeky, right? He cares more about Arsenal Football Club than half the fucking clowns that we've got in our fan base.
Yeah.
And that's the proof. He does. The way
because
he's
my
talking
brother,
about our club.
Yeah, because my brother was an Arsenal fan back in the day.
And that, for me, I find fucking unbelievable. That a rival supporter cares more about our club than what our own fans do. It's just ridiculous. So big up to you, Cheeky.
Thank you. And the reason I support Arsenal so much is for my brother's sake. My brother supports Arsenal in the Premier League, and he remembers the Champions League final that they lost in 2006 when So Campbell put them 1-0 up, and then when Barcelona equalized, you knew that it was going to Barca, and since then they have not even they have not given two flying fucks about winning that Champions League since 2006.
Exactly.
So, yeah.
This is it. It's fucking. It's. I'm just. I'm just so. Like the thing that's upsetting me is these fuckers that are keeping their job. You know what I mean? And they're just fooling the Cronkies. They need to take responsibility as well. But you know what I mean? They're just fooling them, just going, yeah, nothing to look here. Everything's okay. We're great. Here's our receipts from the last few games. Stadium full. He's just there, grand. Don't need to know anything else. Stadium full. That's all. That's it. I'm happy. Big up, Joe, man. Hope you're well. Hope you're doing good, buddy. But yeah, my God, it's just like at the Brighton game, I've seen, let's say, on the 84th minute, there was people walking out of the stadium, and then sort of people look. I didn't walk out. I don't like walking out. That's just me, or whatever. And look, I'm sure there's plenty more people that wanted to walk out as well. But I just hope now that there's people are starting to just turn around and just go, do you know what? This guy isn't. He's not the be all and end all. Sort of like what we thought Pep Part 2 or whatever the fuck you were thinking. He's not. He's just not good enough. And as I say, and I always say it, he is not going to quit the job. If there's a contract put in front of him, guess what? He is going to sign that. Because he's been offered money. Can't blame the guy.
Jesus Christ. I actually have a question for the both of you. How many times have you actually walked out of an Arsenal match?
Once.
Really?
I did it. We played Millwall at home in the FA Cup, right? In '88. I walked out at half time because their fans were rioting all the way around the stadium, and I was in fear of my life.
They're that bad. Yeah, Millwall, I heard.
Hey, look it up on YouTube. Arsenal v Millwall, FA Cup. I think it was 19. Darren's in the chat. He'll remember the year.
I think it was 88 because wasn't that the season they lost? And then who was it that won? It was Luton Town that won it that season.
No.
That was the only
this
trophy.
was before this had happened. A couple of years before. I think it was the year before. I think it was before year before. I think it was 86.
Okay.
And the Millwall fans were rioting. They were trying to do they was trying to get to the clock at the clock end of the ground because they were kept talking about taking it down to South London, and there was this massive riot. It was kicking off all around the stadium, and I just thought, I need to go, man. I need to go. And it was getting really hairy, and I thought I didn't come to watch a game of football to put up with this shit, so I just went home.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Del Boy, what was the one time you walked out of an Arsenal match? I mean, that is terrifying. Jesus Christ.
Because it was like they were like police were like getting carried off on stretchers, and it was. Do you remember it, Del Boy?
Yeah, no, I do. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, fucking crazy. Like, I was watching on telly now, but
yeah,
well, Millwall fans are nutters. Like, you know what I mean?
But in answer to your question about these fans, the problem is, Del Boy, we've got so many fans that are like Julian.
Yeah, 100%.
And they just like so blinkered. They can't see the truth. They can't. And
it's not to interrupt you, Warren, but it's not to say that Julian's a bad guy. I'm sure he's a really nice guy. I don't know him personally, but it's just his thoughts on Arsenal are just absolutely hurting him. Yeah. And actually, Darren says it was 1988 2-0 win when he's referring to the Arsenal Millwall game. I think. And actually, Del Boy, what was the one time you walked out of an Arsenal match?
I think it was back when near the Wenger ending games. I was just done. I was just because, and the reason why I did, right, it was because, look, I like Wenger as a person. I like his, like, what he stands for. He's a good man, like, you know what I mean. And it was just horrible to watch, fans booing and stuff like that. And I was just sort of going back in let's say the first half of his career at Arsenal, and I was just, I don't want to see that, and I just says no, that's enough. But that's my only ever time really, watching Irish football, the international football. Jesus Christ. If you don't walk out after fucking some of the games that they play, you'll never walk out, But it's tough at the minute. Do I see an end to all this crap? No, I personally and honestly don't. And as fans, we're the only one that can sort of change this. Warren, do you think that fans will start to wake up now after this defeat? Or do you honestly think that, no, they'll keep going?
I just think it'll get worse. I think they'll get more entrenched because the more that we start shouting and hollering about getting the manager out, the more they're going to defend him because they love him. They absolutely love him. They're obsessed with him. Like Julian, you will not convince him that he's not the right man for the job. I can tell you that now. You will not. Because I remember years ago, I had a ruck with someone at my workplace, but something similar. And I remember this guy saying to me, don't try and argue with him because you're not going to convince him. You can't change someone's mind who's that far gone. You can't. You can't. He said, what was the word he used? You can't argue with a sick mind, so don't try. Something like that. And I'm not saying it's a sickness. Obviously, that's a bit strong. But they're so far gone with this thing that I just don't think it's going to happen. The only way that things will change is if we get a new owners.
Or get relegated.
And the only way that's going to happen is if someone comes in and offers Kroenke £6 billion plus for the club.
Which is never going to happen.
No, it's not.
Because two things. One, he said he's never going to sell. And two, no one even has that much money to begin with.
Yeah, exactly, Cheekate. Because he's sitting there waiting for this European Super League to come in.
Oh, yeah. That's it.
Oh,
I'd say, yeah, so you're damn right. He knows it's coming, and maybe then if it does come, he'll just, yeah, I'll sell now. He'll probably double his money. You know what I mean? Like, as in, what if they sell it for 2 million now? If they get it, if that Super League does happen, excuse me, it could be 4 billion.
Because he bought it for $1 billion, I think,
oh.
and he knows that the value of the club will just go through the roof once with that Super League starts, because the money that's going to be in football will just be off the scale, and he'll be able to, he'll be able to price it at whatever he wants. It would just be crazy.
And when you think about it as well, like, imagine the teams that will be in that, like your Real Madrid, Juventus, Barca,
Bayern Munich.
Bayern. Oh my God! Can you imagine us playing them teams?
Jesus.
It'd be
Like,
embarrassing.
Like, and there
You're
will be
gonna lose by an aggregate score of 25-0.
Yeah.
Exactly, Chico.
Oh my God! Like, I'm just looking here. Will what you were saying? We have to argue with the fans going along with it at the games. Like, as you were saying, what my sort of take on fans that are like, fucking Egypt's what I always say. Yeah, you cannot argue with a fucking Egypt because they're a fucking Egypt. Does that make sense to you? Do you know what I mean? And I'm just
100%.
fucking basic. Fuck me. It's so fucking annoying. I'm sorry for cursing.
No, I don't give a fuck. I
They've
mean, I
been
can argue
brainwashed
with Julian, and he would
They've
still.
been brainwashed by the club. They've been brainwashed by all these old ex-players, the likes of Martin Cohen, the likes of Ian Wright. They're all coming out because they were legends of the club. Like, these kids are growing up, have never seen us win titles or challenging, are listening to it and thinking, well, he was a legend of the club. He must be right. What do that Del Boy and that Warren and that Chike know? They're just people the same as we are. They've got no connection to the club. Don't matter that probably between us we've been following the club for, I don't know, nearly 80-odd years, 90-odd years, something like that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, 100%.
It's crazy. And media, you get Ray Parlour sitting there going on about Arsenal, Granit Xhaka should be getting player of the season and all this.
What?
Oh my God.
It's because they want a job with the club. You get Kevin Campbell saying it's the players. And every time he says it, and I've been in a stream where he said it, I keep putting in the chat, Kevin, if it's the players, why does he keep playing them? But they won't read it out or comment on it.
Yeah, because his job is safe. He's not getting sacked. You know what I mean? And do you know what my take in it? And now my fucking mind is nuts. Like, you know what I mean? My take on it is some of these fans have daddy issues. You know what daddy issues is? Like, they were probably raised by a single mother and they'd no father around. So they're looking at grab onto anything. Where's my daddy? So they're looking, first of all, it was Arsene Wenger, coming up to the shit end of his fucking thing. Oh, no, stick with him. Then it was fucking Ozil. Oh, he's brilliant. He's this, he's that. Fucking Dyer. Now it's fucking Arteta. You know what I mean? Like, let's be honest about it. I may have a point here, or I may be fucking crazy. I don't bleed. No. That's what I feel.
Yeah. I agree with you, mate. 100%, mate. It's shambles. It is. And all of these things are contributing to the club being held back and the supporters carrying on with this absolute deluded nonsense. And the thing that saddens me is when I see Julian, he angers me more than others because of his age.
Oh my God, he literally makes me he makes my blood boil.
I've got doubts about him, right?
I do too.
He
I don't even know
claims
the guy.
he's an Arsenal fan, and he's been supporting the club for longer, like since before '89, right?
Wow.
If that's the case, then he should know better.
He should.
Because he's seen us winning titles. He's seen us going invincible. He's seen us winning doubles and cups and all the rest of it. Do you know what I mean? And it's just, whereas these kids that do it, like the 14-year-old that called Jez out and like tried to he said he wanted to meet him for a scrap and whatnot. Do you know what I mean? I mean,
yeah, I know exactly what you mean. Jez even says on League Under's channel when they do the podcast, get your faces on here and we'll have a proper discussion. And they don't, because they know they're going to get their asses beat. You know?
Exactly. Yeah, but I can understand it more with these kids because they haven't seen the club being successful, right? But the older ones, then I don't get it. I honestly don't, because they've seen us being successful and whatnot, so they should know better. And that's why I get so angry with Julian. Because
man, what's the story, man? How are you?
True is what he's saying, then that's crazy. Sorry.
You know what else is crazy? Last year, Arsenal were sat 15th for 5 weeks, and Thomas Tuchel was completely unemployed and basically sat in his house doing absolutely effing nothing. And guess what? Chelsea got him. And what did he do with Chelsea? Oh yeah, they took him from 9th to 4th to FA Cup to Champions League winners. And Arsenal sat there for 5 weeks.
And GK, when he took control of Chelsea, right, they were below us in the league.
They were 9th place.
Yeah. Do you know?
But they were sat there for 5. Arsenal sat in 15th for 5 weeks. Didn't want to get Thomas Tuchel. You know, just
that was the perfect time to get him. You know 100%. What I mean?
Yeah. And shall we make a list of the amount of managers that Arsenal have missed out on?
Exactly. Pep is one of them as well. Klopp. You know what I mean?
Another one. Yep.
It just goes to show you that, like, you know, this board and everything in the fucking board as well need to fuck off, because they're fucking dinosaurs now at this stage.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
Useless as a.
If you listen carefully to what Pep says when he's talking about Arsenal, you'll understand what the problem is at the club. Because I remember listening to him once talking about Arsenal, and he said, "I have respect for Arsenal on the pitch, less so off it." That tells you. It tells you he's got a problem with them upstairs because they didn't want to take it. He wanted to come. He wanted to come to Arsenal. He wanted to take over Wenger.
No way.
Yeah, he did. And
when was this? This is mad.
Yeah, and he turned around. I heard him say it. He said, "I have respect for Arsenal on the pitch, but less so off it." And he's talking about the fucking board and their attitude.
Jesus Christ! I mean, did he say this? Did he say this in English, or did they translate this? Because sometimes managers
is in English.
What? He says, "Oh my God."
Yeah.
Are you having a laugh, mate? That is crazy.
I'm serious, GK. It's mad, isn't it?
It's fucking a joke. That's what it fucking is. Like, you know what I mean? I'm just fucking. I'm just getting wound up again. It comes in bursts to me. You know what I mean? I just realised we're after fucking 5 games, we lose 4, and this fucking joker is still in charge. Oh Lord God! And you know what? I wasn't even going to have a beer. I'm after having fucking 2 already. Fuck me.
Fair play to you, man.
Oh my God!
Oh my God!
You know, I've a big day of drinking tomorrow, like, you know. So I just says, right, I'll prepare myself today. I'll have chamomile tea for relaxing. I might have a bath, light a few candles, a few scented candles, relax, chilled out. And next thing, these fucking Egypts go and lose 1-0 to Southampton. What else? What else do you do now? That's my evening gone out the bleeding window.
What you could do is you can join me on loan to Manchester City.
Yeah. I might do that. I might have to get a jersey, buy the merch.
Warren, you're
'Cause I'm
welcome
not
to do the
buying
same thing, my friend.
I'm going on loan to Celtic, mate. That's right. I'm going.
I'm on loan with Flamengo in Brazil. That's who I'm on loan to. They're fucking flying high at the minute, you know. What's the story, man? How are you?
Because
BC.
die
What's
hard
happening, man?
Arsenal.
You all right? You good, mate?
So,
Wait, BC,
yeah,
please
man,
tell
I'm
me you're
good, man. I'm
Arteta
good.
out.
Bro, I'm
Arteta
fully
in or out?
Arteta. I've been time, man. Just been staring at your show for ages, man. I said straight away, nah, let me log in. Let me just log in and just join in with the gang, like.
What do you
Yeah,
think?
man, I'm
What
not
needs to happen, mate?
man. Like the game is just same old Arsenal. It's not the first time I've seen this kind of performance. You know what I mean? It's just the same minute, like. But at first, I was Arteta out. Arteta in, and then like, brother, a year after when we was in 8th, I said, no, I'm definitely out with this guy. I had enough in about 2 seasons just to know that he's not the man. He's not good enough to be honest, man. And I've heard Warren's like just going on at this guy for ages. I thought, no, let me just come on and say my piece as well. Do you know what I mean? Like, you're not the only one, do you know what I mean? But I'm sick of all these Arteta ins, man. I'm sick of them, man.
It's a joke, man.
I'm sick of them, man.
It really is.
That's what my
It
name
really
on
is.
top, like,
It's
just
a
like die hard
shambles.
Arsenal, because I ain't like other fans, like these fans, man. I swear, they ain't seen nothing about winning, man. They don't know about history and that. But yeah, man, I just wanted to come and say my piece, bro.
Sure. I'm just curious. May I ask how old you are?
I'm 29.
Wow, okay. I just asked because Warren and Delboy and
I'm 29.
okay. I just asked because Warren, Delboy, and Kyle were reminiscing about Arsenal back in the '90s and how they had a winning mentality now or then, but now they just don't give a fuck. They just have that mentality of we don't give a fuck. So you probably can't hear me.
Yeah, man, like literally, that's like with these fans, man. I'm just playing at this at the moment because like they're the reason where we are, and they're not change the standards. You know what I mean?
No, it's unfortunate.
But yeah,
Not almost 20 years without a league title. I believe. I think it's either this season or next season. It'll be the joint longest in Arsenal's history with no league title.
Yeah, well, it's 18 years this year. And that's the longest. This year, we're
it's been
equal
like 20 years, man. Like,
amount of time we've had without winning the title.
Sorry, you said this year will be the joint longest?
Sorry?
You said this year will be the joint longest without Arsenal winning the league title?
Year,
That's fucking hilarious.
Joint longest time because it's 18 years this year. Last time we won a title was 2004.
Yep,
so,
invincible season.
Yeah, so this year it'll be 18 years since that happened, right? So next year it will be 19 years, which will be a record length of time without winning a title. There's no way we're winning the title next season. There isn't.
Nope. You're not winning the title next season? The season after?
No,
Season after? Jesus. Oh,
I can't see us challenging for a title. Unless we have a change of manager, I can't see it happening at all, ever again. Sorry, a change of ownership. Sorry.
How about you get Sean Dyche?
I take Sean Dyche over Arteta.
Well, hell, I'd take Graham Potter over. I'd take Graham Potter.
Yeah, 100%.
I would. Because the thing is, all of these managers have got experience and they know what to do.
Yeah.
He hasn't. He doesn't
No.
know what he's doing. I
He's
saw him
winning 1-0.
stood on the touchline. He looked completely lost. He didn't have a clue what to do or how to turn it round. He's standing there talking to AirPod Albert. It looked to me like they were arguing as well about what to do. I just find it really worrying.
Yeah, it is. Look, guys, come here. I'm just going to have to wrap it up here. Unfortunately, I have to pop out with the youngster and try to clear me head myself, go for a walk or something like that. Look, respect everyone. Thanks a million for tuning in. I won't be doing anything tomorrow because I'm planning to have a few beers, so I don't think it's wise for me to do a live stream.
Yeah.
But yeah, look, if you haven't liked, please hit the like button and subscribe if you haven't already. Check out Warren's team talks as well. Warren's doing deadly stuff over there. Warren, do you want to have a quick shout out to your channel there?
Yeah, please, mate. Yeah, my channel's called Warren's Team Talk, as it says there on the screen. I do videos about Arsenal. I do videos about football in general. I just tipped 200 subscribers today, so I'm absolutely buzzing about that. So thanks very much to everyone who subscribed to my channel, and make sure that you get on Del Boy's channel on a regular basis and follow him and subscribe to him. Put a like on his videos and everything else. And also, everyone, please make sure you go and follow Jesse's channel.
Yeah.
It's really, really
the
important.
history of Arsenal, 100%.
Yeah.
GK, do you want to shout out your socials?
Yeah, you can follow me on Twitter on UKGK99. You can follow me on Instagram, on Snapchat, and on Facebook.
BC, do you want to shout out yours, mate?
I think he's froze, Del Boy.
I think
Yeah.
he froze.
I think he is. Look, sorry you sort of had to cut that short, but the young fellas are just dying to go out and play a bit of football, so I might as well go out with them. Big up, everyone. Arteta out. Let's get this club.
Arteta the fuck out.
Yeah.
Arteta out.
Del Boy.
Thank
Arteta,
you.
you prick. Yeah, thanks so much.
Exactly.
Cheers.